All right, why are you stealing? Why can't you stop stealing? If you want something, you get a job and you work for it. So your thing is, I don't have a job, let me steal. What do you think would happen if everybody decided to steal? And I see on those cases, they gave you 1 day in the Bexar County jail, and I'm assuming it's for the same reason because she's ill, but she's not too ill to steal. Somebody is going to give you the sentence that you deserve. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
This defendant walks into court like she's about to grab brunch, not face a judge. She acts like the world owes her freebies, sympathy, and a pass for every bad decision she's ever made. The entitlement here is unreal. No respect for authority, zero accountability, and clearly no grasp on reality. But Judge Boyd, she's not here to hand out participation trophies. She's about to serve a reality check with consequences. Watching this attitude collide with the law is like watching a balloon hit a cactus. It's not ending well. Do you think she'll actually learn something, or just roll her eyes and blame everyone else? Let's dive in.
Oh, we'll wait for him to finish on his phone. All right. And are you Miss Richardson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss Richardson, did you review the document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video Conference with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Counsel, have you reviewed all discovery with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you receive all discovery?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the true bill of indictment, Ms. Richardson, with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a
Enhancement.
okay? We'll waive the enhancement.
Any objections?
No objection, Judge.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form? I'm sorry, just one moment. All right, sorry, I was checking the indictment. It's correct. All right, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Richardson, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is waiving the enhancement. They're asking that your punishment be assessed to 2 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There are no applications. There's to be restitution, if any, to Coles, KOHLS, and there's to be no contact with Coles. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Judge.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
We are.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
The way she's acting, you'd think she's sitting through a boring high school lecture instead of a hearing that could land her in jail. Her whole vibe screams, let's get this over with, like she's late for a nap rather than facing serious consequences. Judges hate that detached, too cool for school energy. And honestly, it's painful to watch. She's staring down up to 2 years behind bars, yet she's barely paying attention. Sit up, speak clearly, show that you value your freedom for once. Right now, she's treating shoplifting like a hobby, like it's just part of her routine. In 2025, there are endless legal ways to make money. Work a job, start a side hustle, sell something online, literally anything. Instead, she risks her record for a few cheap items. She's ignoring the law, acting like consequences don't apply. But theft isn't an accident. It's intentional. That's mens rea, the guilty mind. Once that's proven, apologies don't matter. Maybe next time she wants new clothes, she can try paying for them. For now, all she's getting is a mugshot and a reality check from Judge Boyd.
State any evidence.
State offer states one in attachment.
No objection, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing? All right, why are you stealing? Why can't you stop stealing?
At the time, I just needed clothes at the time.
Well, did you go into the store wearing clothes?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had clothes. And then the person you were stealing with had $760 in her wallet. Last time I checked, that 2 Nike hoodies from Kohl's is not $760. Why didn't you all just pay for it?
Because that wasn't my money.
All right, so why are you stealing? I don't understand this. If you want something, you get a job and you work for it.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is not the first time you're stealing. That's why this is a state jail felony, because you stole twice before. You continue to steal. Did you have a job at this time?
No, ma'am.
So your thing is, I don't have a job, let me steal. What do you think would happen if everybody decided to steal? Like, I don't have a job, let me go steal. And I'm assuming the only reason why you're offered this is because you previously been in the hospital and that she's bedridden. That's why she's being offered this.
It is pretty much.
I mean, otherwise, this should be you going to prison, because obviously you're old enough to know that you should not be stealing. And then the person you're stealing with, who has the $760, they end up having to be taken to the hospital because their blood pressure was high and their insulin was off. And they had $760, but they just chose to steal. All right. Court is finding you guilty. This is going to be a felony conviction on your record. The court will sentence you to 2 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's to be no contact with Kohl's. And just 1 second. And does anybody know the other places that where have you stolen before? What other stores have you stolen from the 2016 case?
It was just Kohl's and JCPenney's.
All right. And then there's, again, with the clothes. And then there's to be no contact with JCPenney.
Yes, ma'am.
And I see on those cases, they gave you 1 day in the Bexar County Jail, and I'm assuming it's for the same reason, because she's ill, but she's not too ill to steal. So it's going to be 2 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's to be no contact with Kohl's or JCPenney, and restitution, if any, to Kohl's. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Richardson, the fact that you are bedridden, that will only get you so far. At some point, somebody is going to give you the sentence that you deserve. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
She doesn't even have a reason for stealing. I needed clothes, come on. At least admit you didn't want to work for them. She's not learning because she doesn't want to. She wants sympathy without accountability. No job, no effort, just excuses. Luckily, Judge Boyd didn't buy any of it. She handed her 2 days in jail, not long, but long enough to think about her choices while eating from a tray. And the sad truth? For repeat offenders, even a night in jail often isn't enough. They come back with new excuses, credit where it's due. Judge Boyd called her out and didn't let her attitude slide. Maybe this time, she'll realize stealing doesn't make you smart, it makes you caught. Actions have consequences, and if she keeps ignoring that, the next sentence won't just be 2 days. Do you think 2 days is enough to change her, or will she be back in front of another judge next month? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.